Welcome to Module 3 of 12 in this series I'm calling Ignite Your True Purpose, designed to help you start living the life that you are here at this time and in this place to truly live. In this module, we're going to examine the essential role that gratitude, which is the number one secret of unlimited abundance, what gratitude that role plays in living your true purpose on a daily basis. So, about year and a half ago, almost 2 years now, I came up with a framework for personal transformation for living your true purpose. Honestly, I was guided to this framework by Spirit, and it just came to me, and I laid it out, and it made sense, and it felt right, and so I started talking about it, and that was really the genesis of everything that I'm doing. And that framework had 7 elements, or it has 7 elements. Number one, we talked about in Module 1 and Module 2 to a certain degree, is connecting to your higher power. That is the starting place. That is essential. If you're disconnected from Source, from your higher power, from God, whatever you want to call it, it's really tough. So that is the place to start. Number 2 is then you have to have a vision. Remember, it says in the Bible, where there is no vision, the people perish. So you got to have a vision. And we're actually going to talk about vision in the next module, so stay tuned for that. And then the next step is having a grounding in the present moment. If you're always thinking about the past or you have fear of the future, you're not actually present to where action and living is taking place, which is here and now. So we'll be talking about that in Module 5. And then the next step is making optimal decisions. And there is a way, we talked about this in Module 2, there is a way to use your body and what it's telling you through your intuition to tap into truth and what is real and be able to make optimal decisions for yourself. We'll talk about that, I believe, in Module 6. And then the next step is removing barriers. You know, we all have stories in our head from our past, or we have emotions and feelings that are blocking us from really living our true self. So we're going to talk about a process for removing those barriers. That's the next step. And then the next step is, okay, you got all that beingness stuff in place. Now it's time to go out and take action. You know, nothing really happens without action. It's kind of like the story of the guy who was in church praying to God to win the lottery, and he was praying and praying and praying, and God finally booms down from heaven. You know, it would help if you bought a ticket. Okay, so you got to get out in the world and take action if you want God to help you. But the 7th step, and really the foundation, after connecting to your higher power, but this sits underneath the whole framework, and that is having gratitude as a daily habit, as a daily practice, as a way of living. And it's so important. I think it's overlooked. You may have heard other people talk about gratitude. We're going to get into it in this module. But it's so essential for really opening up the floodgates of abundance. And I want to read again from 365 Days of Richer Living by Ernest Holmes and Raymond Charles Barker, page 65. I read this passage and I was like, this is perfect for today in this module. So from Revelation 21:6, it says, I will give unto him that is athirst of the fountain of the water of life freely. So translated, if you're connected and you are really in tune and you're grateful for what God is giving you, then you're going to get more. They go on to say, what a wonderful thought it is that the very fountain of life flows open and free, that the gifts of heaven and earth are so bountiful, bestowed upon all who receive them. But there is another thought for us to consider. If God or life has already made the gift, then even God, the supreme and perfect one, must wait for our acceptance of the gift. This is where gratitude comes in. They go on to say, perhaps we err in that we do not expect to share the gifts of God. Perhaps we are bound by the thought that we are not yet good enough to accept the gifts of the kingdom of good, or that we have not developed spiritually enough to appreciate them. Too often we feel that these gifts are withheld. And so we do not live in an authentic, enthusiastic, and confident expectation of sharing with the infinite. What a wonderful thought this is, to actually share with the infinite in the boundless gifts of life. That is a perfect passage for today, because that's what I want to talk about. And there's 3 things really that you need to know about gratitude. The number one thing is that you really should take time to be thankful for what you already have. This is a starting point. Sometimes people get down and grumpy about life, but they fail to actually realize how wonderful their life is and how much they've truly been given. And there is a great story that Zig Ziglar tells, and I'll put a link to it in this module. There's a YouTube video you can go watch. But he talks about a woman that was at one of his seminars who was not happy with her job. So he said, okay, let's go through it. Do you want to work? Where do you work, inside or outside? She said, I work inside. He said, do you want to work outside? She goes, no, I don't want to work outside. He said, okay, be thankful for the fact that you work inside. And then he said, do you like the fact that they give you a paycheck? She said, yeah, I like that. Okay, be thankful for that. By the time he got done with her, he had found 21 things that she could be grateful for about her job. And the cool part about the story is, a couple months later, he said, okay, I want you to go and practice having gratitude and thanksgiving for all these aspects of your job. So a couple months later, she comes back and sees him and says, you won't believe how the people down at work have changed since I last saw you. And he just laughed because he knew that the people at work hadn't changed, but what had changed was her attitude of gratitude. So that's the number one place to start with gratitude, is be thankful for what you have. The number 2 thing to know about gratitude is that you can also be thankful and have gratitude for the things that you want to create in life, and seeing them as already done, so that when you have gratitude for your vision and you envision it in your mind's eye as already done and complete, and you can see what it feels like to be that person that you want to be, to have the contribution that you want to have the lifestyle that you want to have, and you're thankful for that, before it happens, it flows to you much, much faster, because you're already giving thanks for it and you already see it as done. And that is both of those aspects of gratitude are a way of saying the third point that I want to make about gratitude, which is, I call it the light switch of the light of God pouring down on you, or the lever on the floodgate of abundance from the heavens. So once you start to practice gratitude on a regular, consistent, and heartfelt manner with, honesty and authenticity, you're going to be blown away by the abundance that's going to start flowing your way. So if you aren't already practicing regular abundance, when I mean regular, I mean every day and throughout the day. But here's one good way to get started if you're not doing this already. Get up in the morning, and you can just think about it, but it really helps to write it down, get it out of your head. Write down 5 to 10 things that you're grateful for that day. Maybe it's the fact that you got a roof over your head. Maybe it's the fact that you got food in your belly. Maybe it's the fact that you got people around you that love you. I don't know, whatever it is, find something to be thankful for. Find 5 to 10 things to be thankful for every day. The fact that you're still alive and breathing. And you can ratchet that up over time and get more other things that you're thankful for. Just tune into your spirit and tune into what are you sensing that you are grateful for that day, and write them down and have authentic gratitude and thankfulness for those things, and watch the miracles just start to happen around you. So I call that the gratitude exercise, getting up every day and writing it down. And then the second thing is to make it a habit. Some people say it takes 21 days to form a habit. Some people say it takes 60 days or 90 days. I don't really know what that number is, but just do it every day. Put a reminder on your phone. Set an alarm that goes off. Set up some kind of reminder system for yourself so that you say, oh yeah, it's time to have gratitude. And I've known people that put an alarm that chimes on their watch or their phone every hour at the top of the hour, and they take 30 seconds or 10 seconds and stop and give thanks. I'm telling you, you will not believe the benefit and the impact that this is going to have in your life. So I challenge you to try it out. All right, that's the action steps for this module. In the next lesson, we're going to talk about having clarity of vision. What is it that you are here to create in this lifetime? We'll go through that in detail. Okay, to wrap up this session, I want to do a meditation to really lock in this concept of gratitude for you. And I'll help you out here by walking you through some of the areas of life that you can look at for gratitude. So first, close your eyes. Take a deep breath. And relax. And let the concerns of the day just melt off your body. And relax into knowing that you're loved, you're cared for, you're carried in the arms of God throughout the day. You have nothing to fear. And be thankful and grateful for your connection to your higher power, God, Spirit, whatever that is for you. Be thankful that you have that connection. There are many people in the world who can't feel that connection. Let that soak in for a minute. Next area to look at is your health. And maybe you're having some health challenges right now. I don't know what your situation is. At the same time, you are alive, you're breathing. There's got to be something that's good about your health. Be thankful for that. And be thankful for your health improving if that's necessary at this time. Remember I said, it's not just for what you have, it's for what you want to create. Be thankful for your health improving, getting stronger and better. Thankful that you have a wonderful, incredible mind that can think, dream, create. Be thankful that you have the ability to feel and to love and to feel joy, to feel peace. Be thankful for all of the people in your life that love you, and those that don't love you, but they contribute to you. Be thankful for the entire human race and all of the potential relationships that exist out in front of you. And draw to the person or people that are necessary as you proceed on your soul's true purpose journey. And if you want to work and you're working, be thankful for your vocation. It may not be perfect, like the one we talked about with Zig Ziglar, but what are the things you are thankful for about your work, your vocation? And be thankful that you have time and resources to pursue things outside of your work and your vocation, things that really light you up, things that bring you joy. Whether that's a simple walk in the woods, a good meal, whatever it is to light you up. Thankful that you have those things. Be thankful for the flow of money that comes into your life. Whether it's not what you want or whether it's everything you've always dreamed of. Be thankful for that and be thankful for the money that is coming to you, it's coming your way. Thankful for all the physical things that make your life easier and enjoyable. Thankful for the roof over your head, or whatever means of transportation you have to get around and act in this world. The clothes on your back, the shoes on your feet. There's something else you're thinking of right now that I haven't triggered with my guided thoughts. Be thankful for that. Search your spirit, search your soul. What else is there to be thankful for? Give praise and thanks for those things. When you're done, slowly come back. And be thankful for your vision that we're going to work on in the next module. Be thankful for that being done now. And in the next module, we'll dig deep into getting your vision clear and articulated so that God actually knows where you're going and what you want to do to live out your true purpose. Actually, he already knows that, but it's good for you to know it. All right, we'll see you in the next module.